U7 Buy gives you the fastest and safest ways to upgrade your squad, with so many positive reviews showing its great credibility, along with 24/7 online customer support. And at this moment, U7 Buy is running a 5 million free coin daily flash draw. Click the link below to enter and use my code CV3 on U7 Buy for 8% off. Link is in the description. We had a very big issue. The centre mid position was vacant and we needed somebody to fill it. And so it has now been filled by Final Fantasy Jill Scott. And today we're going to be testing out and finding out the truth about this card. Is it actually worth your coins? We'll be breaking it down into 6 different categories to help you decide whether you should buy this card or not, using the metric measuring system of if it's wondrous, mid, or doo-doo. I'll be letting you know all of this by the end of this video. But why should you listen to me? Well, I'm a top 7% elite division player, so I believe I can use my knowledge and ability in this game to help guide you to use the best cards to help get you more wins in FC26. So now this Jill Scott Shade can play centre D, centre mid, and centre back. Now in the game I played, I used her in the centre mid position, centre D, and centre back position, and I will be letting you know which position I think is the best for this card. On top of that, when I'm telling you everything about this card in the game, it's important for you to listen to everything I say, because I can say something good about the card and you may think, okay, I'll just buy it anyways, I don't need to finish the vid to understand. But then I might have said something very crazy that made this card maybe unplayable for you. So make sure you pay attention to everything I say so you know whether or not you should actually get this card. But first, let's just talk about her physicality. Now this strong, not even strong, strong, yeah, that K into it, man. Super strong, 93 physicality. This girl can literally run into a brick wall and the brick wall will be suffering. You get me? Now, does it actually feel like that in the game? Well, looky here, man. She has 97 stamina, 90 jumping, and 94 strength. And let me tell you something. If you hold that L2 button to shield the ball, she almost tells somebody that's near her, who are you? Get out, man. That's what she literally says to them. Her strength is crazy in those moments where you're shielding the ball, despite her not having this shield playstyle, which is the enforcer. Surprisingly able to hold off defenders without that playstyle, which was surprising for me, because most of the time you can't shield the ball without that playstyle. And she can also win in the air for you with having that aerial fortress playstyle, so she can fly like a damn eagle and header the pilota or header it to one of your players. Now she is only 5'11", so if she goes against another player that has those playstyles and is taller, it might be a little bit more difficult, but for the most part, she'll probably win in the air for you. Now this type of centre mid, I'm going to talk about her shooting ability here. Now I use precision shooting, so a lot more times I don't have too many issues with the finishing ability. Now if you use assisted, you may have some problems with her because her finishing is a little low at 82, but her shot power is pretty good enough, so if you're close in the box and you load up that power bar, it could pretty much get past that goalkeeper. Now she doesn't have any shooting playstyles, doesn't have the finesse like Messi, so just make sure you do normal shots. And to be honest, even without the finesse playstyle, if you have enough space, you can score a finesse shot with her. No issues there. But we may have issues later on in this card. Let's talk about her pace. Now, to my surprise, she was actually pretty fast. I can't even lie to you. Despite her having no rapid, no quick step, I'm like, yo, she's kind of moving when it comes to her long range of running. Now, that quick burst of speed is where I had maybe an issue, where I had to raise my eyebrow to look a bit. You ever have those moments when you raise your eyebrow like, what are you doing? That's what I had, man. Her pace was a little slow on the front end of that quick step, but on the back end of the long range running, it wasn't bad. So keep that in mind, depending on how you use your centre mid or centre backs. Now, what about her dribbling ability? Can she do a little bit of that twist and turn? Listen, man, when I was talking about that acceleration, it's with the ball as well, man. There were moments where I was using other midfielder cards where you can kind of stop and bait and burst into space to give you an opportunity to either make a pass or maybe even get a goal scoring chance. And Jill Scott wasn't really that girl for me. You get me? Now, I did like that she has press proven, so she can kind of move around the defense, but when it came into dribbling into spaces, she struggled a lot, and my opponent had a pretty easy time of getting the ball from me when it came to those situations. Her dribbling is not the craziest. Now, she has great reactions, which comes into play for other stats in this game, which I'll tell you about. But in terms of her dribbling, since she doesn't have great balance and agility in this situation, I noticed. And that's probably due to her body type and build, yeah. Now, her passing ability. This girl's got incisive loss along with tiki-taka Barcelona tiki-taka, which is literally the best play styles you can have for passing. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I had no issues with her passing ability. But her tackling ability was still pretty good, but it wasn't the best because she doesn't have anticipate. But overall, what would I really classify Jill Scott? Is this card wondrous, mid, or doo-doo? Now, with all that I've said so far, where would I even place her as a card to you? For me personally, without having the jockey playstyle, I do not recommend a card in the centre back position if you're really trying to compete crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's still usable technically, but it's not ideal. The intercept does help. And in the centre mid position, attacking wise, you want your centre mid to be a little bit more dribbleful, and she doesn't possess that ability. So I do recommend her mainly in the centre defensive mid position. You don't need the craziest dribbler there. You just need to either be able to be a deep line playmaker and kickstart the attack, and she will be great at that with the tiki-taka and the decisive. And she has a good ability. If she randomly gets the chance to score the ball, she'll be able to do that for you. So her best position is the centre D position, centre defensive mid. but what would I classify Jill Scott? I would classify her as Midris. Almost a wondrous card, but there's certain things that are just missing out for me on where I would play her, because I would like to play my solitary defensive mid with the jockey playstyle. I would have to put her in the Midris spot. But depending on how you play, you could classify her as wondrous because she's not far off from being a great card. But wait, this card right here could be amazing for you. Find out if this card is wondrous, mid, or doo-doo. Yeah.